Look where we are right now. We're in a call centre in China, and this is a very interesting one. We're going to tell you all about why. Welcome back to the Barrett channel today for a brand new video. We are here in Beijing, and currently we're here with China Radio International, and they have brought us to a call centre like I just mentioned, and we're going to tell you all about it. So what is it, mate?
Yeah, so currently we're on a floor of the call centre where the operators are now. Previously, there was over 50 different numbers for various government departments. And what they've done, they've integrated all of those numbers into one. So if you need to call about anything to do with the city of Beijing, you call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And an operator at this centre will answer your call and try to sort out your problem. Now that could be that I don't know where to go to sort my driving license.
Let's just precursor that with it's in 10 different languages as well, so you can actually call it English or in Chinese.
Yeah, and basically they have 650 lines coming in to the building, and they have almost 1,500 operators.
Between 9 and 11 a.m. and between 2 and 5 p.m. is when they sort of peak out in their concurrent calls.
Yeah. So, as I said earlier, you can literally call about anything. It could be your electric's gone off, you're not sure where to get your driving license renewed, you're worried about, something on the metro system, and they will try to answer your question here and now. And if they can't, they will then call you back. And they deal with 30,000 calls a day. And what's really interesting about this is many Westerners think that Chinese citizens don't have any way to kind of complain or suggest things to the government. But this actually is what this is. So if somebody is unhappy about something that is happening in the city, maybe there's some construction, the noise is too loud, or they feel somebody's doing something they shouldn't be, they can call here, and the information here gets collected and passed on to the various government departments, and they use that information that they gather from the public to help make decisions. And one example they gave, they had a number of people. There was a particular metro line that finished at 10:30,
right,
and they had a number of people calling to say, look, this metro line finishes too early. So because they'd had a number of people call about this, they then sort of had a meeting in the right department of the metro transport, and they then decided that they were going to extend the operating time of that line to 11:05. So it just shows you that there is a feedback loop for government if the public think that something needs to be changed, because they use big data. So they got 30,000 calls a day over the period of, let's say, 6 months. They can see patterns of things people are asking for or things people are not happy with,
and make changes
and
accordingly.
Make decisions based on the actual data of the citizens in Beijing. Now, I'm not sure how many citizens live in Beijing, but it'll be tens of millions, I would imagine. So, that's a very powerful way, and they push that number out. So, previously, like I said, people had to remember many, many different numbers for different government departments. But now they just have to remember this one number, ER Sansa, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's a pretty simple one to remember, isn't it?
Personally, I think that's a really good idea, that now people have got one number to remember, and they can literally sort out any of their sort of city or tax problems or whatever.
So I worked in a call centre when I was about 19 years old. I had a stint, and this is pretty much, actually this is a slightly better environment than what I worked in, but it's just very similar to what you'd see in the UK. I'm actually going to ask someone in a minute how long their shifts are.
Yeah, I was just thinking that actually. Just to add some information here, this call centre is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So whatever the time of day or night it is, you can call in and lodge your complaint or get an answer to your question, or lodge your question and they'll get back to you later.
example that we saw on the screen in the exhibition hall was that a foreigner didn't know where he was, which is likely to happen less nowadays when you've got your smartphone and stuff. But if he didn't know where he was, so he called up and said, "Look, I'm here. Where I don't know where I need to go, so please can you help me out?" And they said, "Look, sure, we'll give you some direction." But that's just one example of many different things you could call up to ask, I guess. Now, I don't know, do they have anything like this in the UK?
I'm not sure. I think still in the UK you've obviously got emergency services, which is 999, but normally you phone your local council. So first you've got to find the number, and then you have to.
Sorry, man.
You have to find the number, and then you have to get through to the right department. The different departments have different numbers. So I feel this is a really kind of convenient solution. But it's staggering that they deal with an average of 30,000 calls a day, isn't it?
It is. It sounds like a big number, but when you think about China as a whole, that's really not that many.
No, and obviously Beijing has got tens of millions of citizens. But I think it's a very good service to offer.
Yeah.
Because it makes sort of ease of access, doesn't it? You know, it's very, very good.
I want to ask someone that question. But
Yeah. So we would like to know how many hours a day an operator works.
8小时。
8 hours.
Okay, but sometimes if he's busy, they will get some overtime.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
for overtime, is that something that they would be expected to do if it's busy, or are can they get extra benefits from working longer hours?
如果你加班就有加班费。We'll get extra profits.
Right.
Extra salary.
Salary,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they will be paid overtime.
So
Okay, thank you.
I was just mentioning that I worked at a call centre in the UK for a little while, and they've got exactly the same here, where they work 8 hours a day, and then if it's really busy and they need some people for overtime, they'll offer extra salary accordingly, which is what you'd expect, really.
Okay, so not only can you contact by phone 12345, but this room we're in here, this is where they deal with all stuff coming in from internet and app-based things. So that's either Weibo, which is like the Chinese version of Twitter, WeChat, or through the website. And all the data from phone, Weibo, WeChat and websites, it all gets collated in the same central database. It's a very integrated system. You can't use that 12345 number. This is the Beijing center, but it will work anywhere in China, and you'll actually get connected to your service center of the location you're actually at. So if you're in Shanghai and dial 12345, you'll get connected to the Shanghai Citizen Service Center. If you're in Shenzhen, you'll get connected to the Shenzhen one, Beijing, and so on.
What happens if you're in like Chengdu? What happens then, mate?
Yeah, well, you'll get connected to the Chengdu.
Oh, nice.
Innit?
I understand. So if you did like this video, please do drop a like on it. That does help more than you might realise. Comment down below what you think of this place, and if you're not in China, do you have this kind of service available in your country?
Yeah.
I'd be very interested to find out. And stay tuned for way more videos coming from Beijing, and we will see you in the next one. For now, everybody,
Take care.